Wow. Some very interesting stuff regarding Shakur Stevenson. Many are now concerned with the upcoming opponent being Floyd Schofield, a rugged, explosive, young fighter fighting Shakur, and if Shakur's hands will hold up. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. I'm going to be real with y'all. When the fight was first announced, I was like, it's cool. You know, Shakur was initially supposed to fight against William Zepeda. William Zepeda's side, they had other plans. They said he was having a baby. Then they said he was injured. And now, conveniently, he's rematching the guy that gave him a tough fight and, in my opinion, a loss, Tevin Farmer in Mexico. So for me, I think they didn't want to fight Shakur's fight coming off of that Tevin Farmer fight. That's my personal opinion. So with that being said, Shakur needed a new opponent. In come Floyd Schofield. The Schofields sparred Shakur before. They felt they know him and watched him and have what it takes to beat him. So when the fight was first announced, I was like, it's cool. But as we get up closer to the fight, which sometimes is the case for me, the fight got announced in 2024, and then now the fight is close. February 22nd. I'm warming up to it even more. I like what I'm seeing from the Schofields. They went quiet for a while, right? And I'm like, what happened? Before, when they were trying to get the Shakur fight, they were doing a lot of talking and chirping, talking spicy. Then they got the fight and kind of disappeared, if you will. So I'm like, what happened to that same energy? But now they've reemerged and they're accusing Shakur as snack of this and that. They're saying that Shakur has a mole in the camp. I've already made content on that. So if you guys want your boxing news, you got to subscribe, hit the like, and engage with my content. I got it covered. So they're back talking trash as we get closer to the fight. And I'm looking forward to the fight. Still not the #1 fight for me. I am looking forward more to Better Biev and Bivol, as well as the Virgil Ortiz and Madrimov is a fight I really want to see on that card. So good card. And now people are concerned with Shakur Stevenson because he's fighting a young, tenacious guy. And look at the status of his hands. For the purpose of me talking about it, let me just zoom in for you guys so you guys, not his face. This is a picture from Shakur Stevenson at the Ring Awards in the UK. And you look at his hands, like, and I know fighters personally. I've seen fighters that their knuckles are rounded and stuff, but it does look like his hands are pretty chewed up and pretty like damaged. So this picture is floating around. Shakur obviously is coming off of an injury, which prevented his fight with Joe Cordina from happening. And then now people are concerned because Shakur's hands. What, you been chewing on this? No, I do not have the receipt. The pink mother sucker. Do you know who you are dealing with? Bishop Tutu? Nelson Mandela? You know what I mean? It looked like somebody, like his hands look, they just look crazy. Like he punching rocks or something. Like Freddy Krueger. I don't know. I don't know, man. What I will say is, Shakur, I will say this. He puts a lot of pressure on himself. He truly does. Because Shakur Stevenson is a talker and he has a boxing style, which I don't have a problem with that. I love technical fighters. More so than like mindless brawlers, more often than not. Like Guillermo Rigondeaux, sharpshooter, sniper. But the difference is Rigondeaux is way smaller than all of his opponents for the most part. And he was a sharpshooter, beating bigger donaires. The guy in Japan lumped him up, had his cheek poked out, a Magasa, and so on and so forth. Rigondeaux, when he get going, and send that 2-piece, he clip you up. Shakur, he be on social media more so than the Rigondeaux, the Edeslandi Ladas. He's from a different generation, and he hasn't always lived up to the chatter beforehand. And I think that's a problem, not just with Shakur, but in general with this younger generation. They talk and talk and talk, and at some point, fans are going to want you to deliver and make good on promises you said. So what I will say is Shakur, he needs to fight a good fight, and it looks like he's pulling out all the stops, bringing in, Floyd Mayweather was in his camp. Andre Ward, he sparred with him. Terrence Crawford's a buddy of his, and I'm sure gave him pointers. Keyshawn sparred with Sean Porter. He's in the UK early, to try to acclimate to more so the time difference that he's going to be when he goes to Saudi Arabia. So I'm looking forward to this fight. The Schofields have been very quiet up until recently, so it leads me to believe that they were just focusing on fine-tuning the camp. And the thing is, the Schofields have made less money than Shakur, and the Schofields don't have as many resources in terms of Shakur has assembled the Avengers, if you will, the Andre Ward, the Terrence Crawford, the Floyd Mayweather. He has all these people in his corner, and the Schofields, for the most part, they have themselves. We haven't seen so many high-profile names come out for the Schofields to give them sparring, like former 2X champions like Sean Porter. So if he can do anything with it, then and like pull the upset, because I'm pretty sure Shakur should be the favorite, then that's gonna be big for his career. And you always have to wonder in fights like this, where the Schofields really push for the fight, what do they see in Shakur that gives them hope? What do they see in Shakur that makes them feel that he would be, the right person to fight so early in their career? Because for me, clearly they see something, or at least like seeing and doing something is two different things, but they at least feel they have a chance versus Shakur, in my opinion. Otherwise, I don't think they would have pursued this fight so young and so early in his career, because they really didn't have to. They could have stayed patient, wait, and eventually got some kind of bigger fight. So we're going to see. But for a person coming off an injury like Shakur, you got to give him credit to take this type of fight. His fingers and his hands look all chewed up. So I know in a fight like this against someone rugged, this won't end well if his hand doesn't hold up, if you will. You know what I mean? Because this is just my opinion. Tank Davis, we've seen him fight with one hand against a dangerous Pitbull Cruz. I don't really picture Shakur being neutralized and like handicapped with one hand like unavailable. I don't know if he has the type of dog that we've seen from Tank Davis in that kind of situation. That's my honest opinion. Let me know what you guys think. For more boxing, subscribe. Let me know who you're picking for the win.